We're live, ladies.
Hi, guys.
I've never done a live at 4 o'clock, so we'll see how that works out.
I just got the notification. Yep.
Matt
It's still
posted at
going live, though. I'm on your channel waiting for it to go live.
on this end. It says it's live.
It's just not live on the actual channel yet because there's a delay or something.
I know. Somebody is viewing. So if you're here, say hi.
Hi.
I don't know who it is.
It's me.
Oh, it's you.
It's me. I got to support, right?
Nice.
Rochelle.
Okay.
I wondered how 4 o'clock would do. Now somebody else is here. Allison Humphrey Perrin. Well, hi, Allison. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, Allison.
Can you see the chat?
No, I can on YouTube, but Allison must be on Facebook.
Yeah, she's joining from Facebook. Now it says there's 4 viewers. So if everybody would just say hi so we know you're here. I mean, that just popped up, so there must be a pretty big delay.
There is over here, too.
Oh, well, we'll just move along.
Yeah. So what are we here to talk about today, ladies?
Community, love, support.
Positive community, positive witchy community.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
The power of positive witchy community.
Right on.
Mm.
And how can we do that, do you think? What are the best ways that we can do that?
One, similar to how we are already doing it, because we all connect with each other and talk to each other and uplift each other and are there for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Positive ways to incorporate it, even in your platform. Find ways where more than just one person can be involved in what you're doing, including people around you.
Yeah. Sharing that love, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
I really feel like in the witchcraft community, there's a lot of lacking of community. A lot of people are solitary. They don't know how to reach out to each other. And social media has really helped bring some of that in for those people, especially those that have no community around them.
Right. I agree.
And I feel like a lot of... Sorry,
sweetie.
I was just gonna say, I feel like a lot of newer witches too, it really is fragile for them when they first start in communities, because it can be intimidating and overwhelming. And to see this positiveness, the power in that alone, I mean, it's gonna be how that young witch perceives you, the community, the people around them. They're gonna learn from.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's just spreading like love and light?
Love and light. I think it's more about awareness of the positive aspects around you, more so than focusing primarily on negative, because I think naturally we focus on negative because we don't like it. It's uncomfortable. But I think if we focus and really try as hard as we do to see the negative, we'll see the positive as well.
Allison said, I look for groups that are physically close to me. And I am actually a part of some groups that is called the Indiana Witches or something like that, because, I live on the border of Indiana, Ohio when I'm not in California. And I did join them because they do post groups and stuff. And during this coronavirus, they would post online coffees together and things like that, because they were also trying to create a community of witches for Indiana.
I love that. Yeah, that's
real neat idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's called Indiana Witches Meetup is what it's called. So if you're in Indiana and you're watching, there is a Facebook group called Indiana Witches Meetup. Sometimes they do meetups in Fort Wayne, sometimes Indianapolis, sometimes Anderson. And everybody kind of takes their own initiative to say, hey, I'm in this area, and if you're close by and you want to show up, we're going to do a meetup at this restaurant. And that's how they do it. So I would encourage people who don't have a meetup group in their area to maybe start one. And then everybody that's part of that group in the different areas of that state do their own meetups, and then everybody kind of, yes, Allison, you can friend me. Sorry.
You know, also I find YouTube is not like super great for being able to have, like, other than when we do lives and stuff like that, to be able to do, you know, really close, like, live communication, right?
Interactions.
Yeah, interactions. But Facebook is perfect for that. And especially if you're in a tight-knit little group.
Mm-hmm.
How many times do we just go, okay, call, and we just talk like this, just not when we're making videos, you know?
That's how this started for us, right? We just were talking, and I was like, hey, let's do a live, or you're like, hey, let's do a live, or Courtney says it, and then we get together, we have a conversation, or we'll be in a conversation and be like, we should make a live out of this.
Yes.
I mean, we have built ourselves a nice little community just between the three of us. And now we're just trying to extend it to more people.
Most definitely.
Exactly.
Hi, Jared. How are you?
Hi, Jared. Oh, sorry, my back. So, yeah, other ways that we can join in is doing, like, hashtags, right? Doing doing VRs. Like, for instance, right now, the reason why we're not really taking on any other people is because it just kind of like went so fast, and it's the marketing that you have to do for it and stuff like that. We've got it all figured through what, September?
Yeah, we have our topics all the way to September 29th, I believe.
Yeah.
For the Witchy Wisdom Wednesday.
Yeah. But that's perfect for like what Jared is doing. He's doing like VRs to it and stuff, which is perfect. And that still gets him on our watch lists. So yeah.
And let's talk about Courtney's VR that she has right now that we're all getting ready to do, because that is spectacular. Courtney, tell us all about what you just did.
Well, I put some thinking into a bit more in-depth spirituality and things that we learn and grow from just off each other in our community, and how people around us can positively impact us or even teach us certain things about ourselves through them and their positivity. And I wanted to make it so that not only are we doing like a little honorable mention of the people around us, but we're trying to be vulnerable and really show each other how you've been of service to me and other people in the community, and what I've learned from you guys or other people I've mentioned, and in a positive, uplifting manner, so that this isn't talking really about myself, but what others did in service for me. And that way, if it circulates, then that is constant service for positivity for others instead of just ourselves, that we can all join as a community and really use it as a tool and as a learning experience for positivity and growth.
All of this makes me want to mention that if you change your mindset, you change your life. And I really am a firm believer in that. So if we start surrounding ourselves with positive, uplifting people, we're going to be more positive and uplifted. If we leave out the toxic people and toxic groups and toxic anything, our life becomes more clean and healthy and easier to deal with. And that is one of the initial steps of change your mindset, change your life. You have to change what's in your life so that you can change your mindset. And if we want a positive witchy community, we have to get out of our own way and then remove people who are also in our way.
Yes.
I mean, you could look at that like, wow, they're just like kind of cleaning house, right? With people. But if you think about it, If there are certain people that always carry a certain vibration because of the things that they continually attract around them, or their own mindset of negativity and not seeing the positivity, that also by association is going to drag you down. So would you teach your children to keep on putting their hand on a burner if they keep getting burned? No, you tell them to take their hands off the burner, right?
Right.
So
Right.
that's the way I see it. It's not about being mean. It's just about a matter of our own survival, right?
Right.
Most definitely.
David Hunt says he's got a bad echo. I keep hearing it too.
Oh.
Let me turn my media volume down and see if that helps.
Okay. I thought maybe it was just my headphones, but if they're hearing it, maybe.
Could be me. I got a big mouth. I wonder if I can turn myself down.
No, I don't think either one of you are speaking too loud. It just sounded like your microphone was picking up the background noise. Oh, Rochelle left. She'll be back. She accidentally went out. So guys, just so everybody that's watching knows, we're not always tech savvy and things happen, but thanks for bearing with us. Rochelle's back.
She's just doing a magic trick.
Yeah. She disappeared and magically reappeared.
No, that's what happens when you mess with things that you shouldn't be messing with.
Jared asked the question, what if you could help the person? And I'm going to say this. I've tried to help people, and sometimes you can help somebody. Other times it's too toxic to help them. You can't help everybody. You have to know when enough is enough for you. Nobody can tell you when enough is enough for you. Only you can. And you're in control of what you decide is enough and what isn't.
Absolutely, because I mean, we all play a part in each other's lives, and that goes back to the archetypes I talked about in one of my videos, and you know what other people are doing and what archetype they're playing in your life. You're going to get that, and you're also going to get that feeling of wanting to help others, but sometimes you gotta kind of analyze, are you kicking a dead horse or is progress being made?
We are not by any, at least I am not by any means saying just drop people from your life, but sometimes it is better to take a step back or set up boundaries, healthy boundaries with people in order to let them know what you can take and what you can't take, right?
Right.
Especially like social media. I mean, social media has been a huge thing right now. So if somebody is constantly putting stuff on and it's bothering you, not that you maybe don't agree with it as well, but if it's just like too much and you need to take a step back, there's nothing wrong with saying, okay, I'm just going to block this person for a day because I need a break. You know, there's nothing, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
Or just stepping away from social media altogether, for a little bit, but
protect your spirit. That's right. In my view, what you're saying, we absolutely do in real life. Even if a family member upsets us or we get angry at them, we tend to step back, take a breather, think about the entire situation, and then we talk to them. Because if you do things in the heat of the moment without taking a minute, sometimes you say stuff you should not, or that you do not actually mean. So it's the same thing in anything.
Yeah, you just have to know what your lines are, more or less. But I mean, if, this is just an example. If there's somebody that you come in contact with all the time and they cannot get out of their own way, and it's constantly a drag on your own energy field, where when you come into contact with this person, you feel this huge weight that instantly just your heart is heavy and everything. You have to ask yourself, have I tried everything that I can do in order to help this person? Have I been there? Or do I just have to say, I have to love myself just as much as I love this other person, and say when enough is enough for myself, right? And create like a surrounding of peace. Because I also believe, like what you said, Courtney, about it's so much easier to believe the negative things. That's the first thing that we go to. When somebody lifts you up, the first thing you think is, what's their ulterior motive? You know, why are they? And it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, something I told you guys about this, something that I always have taught my kids from the time they were little. If you want to keep a friend, make them feel good about themselves when they're with you. That's not being manipulative. That's finding the good things in them. That's not focusing on the bad stuff. It's focusing on the good stuff. But if it becomes too much for you, too heavy, then it's time to just say, okay, time to step away for a bit, in my opinion. And I have learned that lesson hard many times.
Yeah, sometimes you have to learn it the hard way so that it stops being a problem, because there are definitely people in our lives that we really love and we really want to make them better and do things for them, but they are just entirely too toxic for us and we don't know when to walk away.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that causes more problems.
That especially happens in intimate relationships. And by that, I mean somebody that you're with, that you're in love with.
Mm-hmm. Or love. I mean, it can be family. It can be even close friends. You want to help them sometimes, but you just can't.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? But we want to focus on lifting each other up, right?
Yes. Yes. And things we can do to uplift our community and creating communities so that pagan people have somewhere to turn to other than just within, because as we had talked about, it's few and far between you actually find a pagan community that's not online.
Yeah. You know, also listening to other people. Like, for instance, earlier, Nee is her name, from the Primordial Garden.
Oh my God, she's great.
Yes, I interviewed her a few days ago. And I told her my problem, because she is just like the most awesome tarot reader. I mean, seriously, she is just phenomenal. And I told her how my mind is just like freaking crazy. If I just do a line of tarot cards, I see so many different things. I don't know where to begin and where to end with it, right? And she said, okay, so take a few cards. And well, when she brought in the journaling, I was like, nah. But just to take a few cards, instead of asking it a question, just say, okay, tell me a story, right? So I did that earlier today. I had done 3 cards, and I asked people, okay, tell me their story. What do you see in the cards? Every single person was totally different.
Yeah.
Their perspectives were so totally different. It shows you, like, from a psychological standpoint or even a compassionate standpoint, how somebody can see something so differently than you.
Yes.
Even when you're looking at the exact same things. So I was thinking about even starting something like that, you know, putting it out, doing exercises, and people, you know, do like VRs or whatever, do the same thing, and have people talk about what they say in those cards.
I love that.
Way of communicating, kind of.
Oh, yes. That's exactly similar to, you know, like I said, things I've devised as well. And I think that is kind of like a new aha moment, is creating things like this, so that there is, in a way, unity. It's individualized, but very united as well.
Yeah.
Opens up dialogue.
Right.
Yes. Dialogue's important, and respectful dialogue, not an instant, well, you're wrong.
Right. Exactly.
Jared says, it does get hard. I have a friend who has kids. I've been around for 10 years, but she keeps dropping off the ledge, and her kids want someone to look up to, and that's where I come in for the kids. That is extremely difficult, what you're talking about. If you say goodbye, then you are saying goodbye to the kids. So then you have to decide if you can try to keep her toxicity away from you and only be there for the kids. Or do you keep just putting up with it and doing everything you can so that the kids have a better life? That's hard.
Yeah. Do you have like an open dialogue with this person where you can tell them how you're feeling and see if there's some kind of mutual agreement that you can come to in order to make it a less toxic. That's what I mean by like boundaries. It doesn't mean you have to completely just say, I'm cutting ties, but is there like a healthy alternative?
Mimi's on here. Just a minute, okay? My granddaughter just woke up from her nap. Richard says, saying hello. My folks' name is Cedar. Thank you for this discussion. Well, you're welcome, Richard. Thanks for popping in, and we're glad to have you.
Hi, Richard.
Hello.
Hi, Lavender.
See, that's not popping up on my screen.
Oh, she says, I seems to always catch these while I'm running errands.
Oh,
Yeah, typical.
yeah. We just kind of sometimes come up. Hi, Shelby. I'm glad you got your hair fixed. We sometimes come up with these discussions last minute, and then we try to give as much notice as we can and fit it into our schedules because we all have lives outside of YouTube and Facebook.
Exactly. Although you wouldn't
Right
know
here,
it's always on it, right?
I mean, sometimes it feels like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
If I'm being honest, when I'm not doing YouTube on my own channel, I'm watching everyone else's YouTube. So I guess YouTube is my reality.
She's on her way here, baby.
Well, I've heard people say, well, online is not real life and all that. Bullcrap. Yes, it is. People
Well,
create communities with each other, regardless of whether it's through this.
I need a second.
Okay. I mean, for goodness sakes, how did you meet your fiance? Right?
Online.
Exactly.
How did I
know
meet
many people
you?
that have met their significant others online and then took it to real life. But it is real life because it affects our lives.
It's just another realm to me, a realm that we have access to through technology.
Exactly. Exactly.
I've met actually probably stronger bonds with people online than even in life,
Mhm. Yeah, doesn't it seem like we can express ourselves a little bit better in this platform than what we do with the people that are in? Well, I mean, unless they're probably somebody that is very much in the same uh, belief systems that you are, then you can create those deep bonds. But a lot of people, that's why we turn to places like this so that we can connect with other people that have similar beliefs, right?
Most
So
definitely.
those bonds are deep.
I don't know what I'm doing here. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Jared says, I've tried almost everything I can. The best thing I've been doing is creating a shield so I'm not affected by her energy, but enjoy time with the kids. I mean, God bless you for doing that. Seriously.
Yeah. The lives
Yeah.
are good examples of how to illustrate what it means to be outside of time and space.
Yeah.
I agree. I like that.
And how many people can you connect with in different cities and or countries like what we do here? You can, right?
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I know if I take a trip to Ireland, I already got somebody that's going to show me around, right?
Yep.
And I've got other friends in other places. It's awesome. So,
Yeah, social media definitely has made it easier to try to build a community
yeah.
of people you can turn to in your time of need. Like I had said before we started the live, I miss church. And I miss church for the simple fact is that you always have this community of people that are willing to listen and to worship with you and be there for you.
Mhm. Exactly. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, agreed.
So, what are other ways that we can help lift up those people in our community? Maybe reach out and do a like take notice, look for like new witchy channels that don't have that many people and try to include them.
Yep.
Try to help them get seen so that they feel like they have a voice. Because, I mean, isn't that why we're pretty much all on here if we're content creators?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I do the interviews. And don't get me wrong, okay? I like doing the interviews also to boost up that channel, but I also do it for selfish reasons, because it's like sitting across from the table, having somebody in my home and being able to just talk with them, just shoot the shit, so to speak. And that is awesome. And it has created other relationships outside of this. I mean, Courtney, we probably talked for what, 2 hours today? Just yeah.
I think even Chris mentioned that. He was like, wow, you were on for a while. I was like, it seemed timeless when I talked to them, like you were saying, with the church community type. I was saying with our collaboration, even every Wednesday, look what we've built with each other through that,
All coming from different paths too.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
It is.
Yeah.
And how we can grow and learn from each other.
Yeah.
I have grown so much just by knowing you guys. Seriously.
Same.
Since we started Witchy Wisdom Wednesday and we have such a diverse group, I've learned a shit ton, and I've been on my path for more than 20 years. I'm just saying. So, I mean, I'm humbled by what I did not know.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Same.
Me too.
It opens so many doors to know people from different paths. And then I can look at what they're talking about, do more research, hear them, and then make an informed decision on if it's something I want to also include in my practice. And the realms of possibility are endless when you stop putting up barriers.
So true.
One of the things, and we've talked about this before, one of the things that I love so much about the Witchy Wisdom Wednesdays is the fact that some of the topics I've never even friggin' heard of before, never done before. People will see as we go forward. We're changing things up here in about a few weeks. They get expanded a little bit differently. But the fact that we do that, and we have to push ourselves in order to maybe do research on these topics that we probably never would have had in our practice had we not been a part of a collaboration, right?
Right.
She's got peeps around her.
It's my grouchy granddaughter. She should be still taking a nap, but she woke up and now she wants to be cranky.
Oh.
She was trying to turn the TV on in the living room, and I was telling her to go in the bedroom and watch it because obviously that would interrupt, but
the joys. We just have to keep telling ourselves that.
Well, Allison said, please send me an invite for Wednesday. Well, Wednesdays are the Witchy Wisdom Wednesday videos. They all post on YouTube. And if you follow any of our YouTube channels, every single Wednesday we post about a new witchy topic. Like last week was mirror magic. This week is the solstice, the summer solstice. Next week is all about divination. The following week is war water. So there's 7 of us who collaborate, and then there's other pages who then do hashtags. So you can essentially get about 10 different opinions just by watching the Witchy Wisdom Wednesday videos.
Or joining in, doing a hashtag on what we do that week, maybe the next day or whatever, and joining in. And let us know. And once we know that you're doing that, we will go back, we'll check it out. And I still got to check out Jared's, but we'll check it out and we'll put it in our playlist so that other people can see it and other people can find you through it.
She's asking for the, I'm going to go to YouTube right now and put my link in there. And then Rochelle's and Rochelle's and Erie Witchcraft, both their links are already in the description of this video. Did I say that correctly?
Yes, you did.
Yep. Okay.
Online is where I connect with people of the same belief because my area is not good for that. I used to be part of a Psychics Unite meeting in my area a couple of years ago. Yeah, that's really cool. When I came in to talk, and the talk was about boundaries, huge thing in my life. I am genetically walking between, which creates a bit of knowing what people are feeling, even thinking at times. Yes, Ascension is doing that to people. I mean, it is bringing about things that you probably already had, but it's bringing it about even stronger. I truly believe that. So I'm still new to getting to know you all. I'm curious, what are your paths? I'm an eclectic Christian witch because I believe in Jesus Christ and his teachings, not necessarily the Bible.
I'm kind of balanced between, gray, I would call it, but also left-hand path practitioner. The only reason I don't call myself a black witch is because my own belief is that we cannot be full one or the other. So I kind of keep the gray title, but I also do work with the demonic hierarchy and other entities considered dark.
Okay, did everybody show up? I posted the links for all of our pages, our channels. Since they were asking, I wanted to go ahead and post them in there. Well, of course, we do so many of these lives together. It's not just my live, it's our live. And because we work so much together, I feel like that's the way it should be viewed as. This isn't just to grow my channel, although it does help it grow. This is to grow our entire community.
Yeah. What about your path, sweetie? Yes, what was your path?
I'm more eclectic. I kind of take from every path, but the way I do ritual is more Wiccan, although I am definitely not Wiccan. It just happens that when I first started learning, Wicca was the first path I went to, and I studied it for so long now that even I write all of my own stuff, and it is set up very much the Wiccan ways, although I don't adhere to other schools of thoughts. So the way I practice is very much Wiccan, but my thought processes are more traditional witchcraft.
And what about
if that
you guys?
makes sense.
People that are watching, what about you guys? What are your paths?
Yes, do tell.
We love to hear about you.
Yes. Did you see what Lavender said? Y'all are unity represented. That's the whole point. And yeah, I love that. I love that.
What'd my son do? W for witches, represent.
Right, yeah. Who was it?
Allison's a green witch.
Oh, okay.
I fall into many of those. I would say also I'm a green witch because a lot of my spell work is revolving around using herbs. I mean, that's like huge. You guys have seen my little herb corner over here. I'll show you.
Yeah, beautiful.
You have as many as I do. I do a lot of herbal stuff too.
This is even my lettuce that I got growing now.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Boy, this is on my phone.
Mojack's happy said, happy Tuesday. Sending you love and hugs all the way from Scotland. Well, hey, we'll take them, sending them right back from America and Ireland. Your neighbor.
From Ireland, we're neighbors.
Lavender River said, I'm very similar to Jessica, pagan, not Wiccan, greenish feet, and the dirt witch. I like that. I like that description.
Definitely. Love that.
You're welcome. Thanks for joining us. Lavender Rivers, do you are you very loud and opinionated and very vocal? Because that's me. I wonder how similar we are.
That's me too.
So everybody that's watching currently, what types of things do you do that you would find positive that help the pagan community, and what types of things are you seeing that you would like to see less of in the community?
Or more of? What would you like to see more of?
I was just about to ask, what would they deem as a very positive impact to them as an audience from creators? What could creators do to uplift our viewers as well?
Hi, Daisy.
Hi, Daisy. I see she just, at least it just showed up on my end. Jared said, my path is eclectic. I still consider myself a baby in training. I work mostly with nature, but follow higher power of many pathogen, non-specific. Jared, I'm so glad you didn't say the words baby witch, because I probably would have lectured you. I hate that term. just putting that out there. Allison said, I'm becoming certified herbalist in August. Lavender said, yeah. As in, she's probably loud and opinionated too.
I love that.
Nice.
Lavender said I got called militant by my family. That's funny.
That's just determined, and that's the way I see it. Is just determined and confident, right? Which are things that you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost did, but I'm not a fan of that saying either. Oh, actually, come on, my husband and I are working on a nonprofit to address this period. I've noticed that a lot of us in the community really come up short on financial resources. Yeah. And social resources. We want to create an organization to help address so that we can support each other like many Christian churches do their parishioners. That is great.
I've actually thought of that exact same thing that she's talking about, is how could we come together? And I don't know if you know who, I don't want to mispronounce her first name, but her last name's Withers, and she writes children's pagan books. She has a pretty huge following on Facebook. And Karina, I think, I know I'm not saying it correctly. Anyhow, she does a lot of work with the homeless, and I believe she's located in Florida, and that she has some stuff going on. So I would definitely suggest talking to her, because she already has big outreach programs for pagan communities and even non-pagans, but she brings in the pagan community to help put together stuff for homeless in her area.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Give me a minute. I'm gonna go find her name, because I hate that I can't think of it right off she's on my friends list. She does write these really cute books for pagan children about the holidays and things like that.
That's great. I like that.
I'm still here. I'm just looking for her.
Yeah, Lavender says that I'm finding that all of these live engagements that are being done are super helpful. Yeah, well, that's the whole point. We want you to feel like you have a voice as well, because not everybody feels comfortable coming on live, but this way we can at least have real-time communication, real conversations.
Yeah.
Not sure how to describe what I do. Gardener, sacred herbs, singing. Recently worked in darkness in an abandoned mine. Wow. Dirt witch. Yeah, that's good. Wow.
Her books are called Friends of Rupert. I'm gonna post a link to her, because everybody should definitely go check her out, especially if you're a pagan parent.
Okay. That's perfect. I'm finding that. Lavender says, I call it passionate. Yes. Yeah. Passion. We got to have passion, right?
Yes.
I think so. So awesome. We'll definitely do that. Yeah. So like one of the things that I've also done on my channel is shout outs. Just do regular shout outs. Now I've seen other people just shouting out a name really quick or posting something really quick in a video, but I like to do a detail, kind of like what you did, Courtney, with this new hashtag that you just are starting, which I highly recommend for anybody that's coming in. Go and check out Courtney's channel, Erie's Witchcraft, because she just started a hashtag about talking about how other people contribute to her and trying to lift them up. So we're going to be doing that too. I plan on doing that really soon.
Yes, an RV, VR.
An RV.
Well, Jared talked about camping, so you know, I blame it on him.
That's funny.
He's
I'm excited and definitely
everyone can gather. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sunny.
Oh, I'm sorry too. My phone lags, so if I interrupt, I'm so sorry.
I think everybody lags, whether they're watching, talking, or listening. It's lagging.
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, I'm really excited to see everyone's video that participates, because it'll be very uplifting to see people participating and spilling their hearts. Like, let's be vulnerable with each other. Let's learn to love each other and just lift each other. I'm really excited to see how this turns out.
Yes. Yeah.
Richard, if you scroll up just a little bit, you'll be able to see the link that I posted to her page, so you can just copy and paste it. He said he couldn't find you. Jared said, I wish there were more pagan campgrounds where everyone can gather, hang out, and learn from others and work together, where you can barter your time if you don't have money. And, you know, there are a lot of pagan festivals that do that exact same thing, where when they get together for solstices and stuff, they allow you to work off part of the fee. So you can give up 12 hours of your time one day during the festival, and then they take off part of the money.
That's cool. Okay, I'm trying to get over. I'm like all lopsided. There we go. I know. It's hard. These are like hard because you can't tell where the camera is. It's like,
yeah, it is.
Thing.
I'm like trying to find my angles. It ain't working out. How I look from this side, guys.
Hi, Tanya.
I like mine to come down from this angle so you're not getting a view of my double chin or triple chin, whatever. Just keeping it real.
I'm trying to hide my hair. Like, just excuse this train wreck, guys. Like, I'm trying to keep it out of frame. Don't.
I don't think it looks bad. I think that you're just being a little self-conscious and you should just stop it.
You're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Do you want me to take my hair down so you can see what a real mess looks like? Because it's very humid.
Please.
I love your guys'
clothes. Stunning.
You don't believe me? I will show you this hot mess right now because it is so frizzy. Now, I was not joking when I said it looks like a lion's mane because it is frizzy.
It's beautiful.
You do. You look like a lioness.
I mean,
love it.
This is what happens because, look, I can't even get it in the frame of the camera because it is so humid here.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You have gorgeous hair.
And there's nothing wrong with either one of y'all's hair or chins either.
That is what we call lifting each other up, guys.
We just made a perfect example, not even meaning to.
No, we meant to. We do it to each other all the time.
Don't tell them all our secrets.
I love it.
I'm really just kidding.
I think that we have a lot of fun, and we definitely do uplift each other and are able to call each other and talk about all our bullshit and our lives to each other.
Yeah, I was just saying this morning, like, to Chris, that now, like you and I were discussing the other day, it don't feel right if I don't talk to you guys. Like, if I'm not, communicating with you, I'm like, it feels off. Like, you guys uplift me that much. Like, just talking to you once a day really makes my day.
Mm-hmm. Ditto. I feel the exact same way.
And Bedford, Indiana is one campground I go to. People all over the U.S. come, and it's amazing. And like people will do all sorts of things, helping others learn about pagan communities. Beautiful long hair, pagan pathways. Well, thank you, Daisy. Lavender said, oh, Jared, we have a couple in Texas that I know of too. And Sonia said, hey, Rochelle.
Well, cool. So yeah, that's what I was talking about, like the when you do like shout outs and stuff like that, actually give like links, because now, you know what? It used to be, and it's like YouTube is trying to make it more difficult for us to be able to just go and easily subscribe to somebody else, because it used to be in the chat, you would be able to click on the little three buttons or little three dots next to a person's name and be able to go right to their channel and be able to subscribe or watch their channel, whatever. No, only if it's in the comments down below can you. And it's not so easy to find someone if they're under a certain amount either. So if you are a small channel, comment, because that is the best way to get yourself seen, especially now. They don't make it easy for somebody under like so many subscribers for somebody even to type in their name and find them. Just saying, unless you have a very rare name that nobody else comes up with. Which
right.
Is
well, I was Erie Covenant, so the fact that I just rebranded my name could have something to do with that, because now it's Erie's Witchcraft.
Right.
Richard asked for me to repost your link, which I just did. It's on the screen too, so I'll leave it up there for a minute so everybody can see it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is aggravating. I don't know why they did that. I mean, why would they take that ability away so for us to be able to just click on somebody and go to their channel in the live chats? Why? It's like I get 5 new subscribers and I lose 5 subscribers. It never fails.
Yeah.
And it's probably because I'm saying that the law of attraction is making it so, right? Subscribers today.
I actually haven't experienced that. So, I mean, for my YouTube, I have not experienced it. I don't know why YouTube does it.
It glitches at times. Like my watch time and subscribers will be up one day, and then it's like a couple hours later, I'll see like 15 subscribers gone and a lot of watch time gone. Then the next day, it'll come back, but even more. And I'm like, okay, so flaky here.
Yeah, I don't get it. Analytics messed up or something.
Jared, you can share anywhere you want to. These lives are public, so feel free to share.
Yeah, I don't get it, Sonia. You have been like teetering on 300 for what? A year now? It's ridiculous.
Shadow ban's becoming a thing too.
What's that?
Shadow ban's becoming a thing too, a problem I'm hearing people complaining about, where they're just not being seen in the algorithm.
Oh.
Which is very disappointing.
I just seen a post by somebody earlier saying, yeah, that's what I thought about a year. It's ridiculous. And she's very consistent in doing, videos all the time. I don't get it.
Well, maybe go get her link and post it in the chat. So everybody...
Yeah.
No, I meant like we could post it right now. It'll show up on Facebook and YouTube. What's her page? I'm sorry.
It's Sonia Kimball. It's her name. It's on YouTube.
I appreciate that subscription. Thank you.
All that's coming up for me is Sonia Campbell.
Oh,
and I spelled it right. I come back to make sure.
Let me see if I can get it. See, that's what I'm talking about. They make it so friggin' difficult. It's ridiculous.
Is she on your page, Rochelle?
Okay. I got her right here. I'm not sure if I can post this in here.
You can to my Facebook though, and then I can put the link if it doesn't show up.
I just put it in there. I'm not sure if you can approve it.
I don't see it
You
at
guys
all.
see it? Okay. Let me put it in your private. But Sonia, honey, whenever you're ready to do an interview, you know, I told you a while back. Whenever you're ready, you let me know.
Rochelle, did you say you put it to me on Facebook, or where'd you post
I'm
it
gonna
at?
put it in your shoot. Yeah.
Hi, Trish. How are you? There's another one, another witchy page we need to get on a live. And I just want to say everybody should go check out Trisha's page. Oh, it
There
showed
we
up.
go.
There it is.
There we
So Rochelle just posted a link to Sonia's page.
In the
So everybody go check her out.
You know.
Fish a dead mouse out of the pool.
Oh, great. We're live. Thank you.
Hey man, that's how it goes. Hi, Draven. Sonia said she don't think her internet will support it.
Oh.
But if you're not the one doing the live, like if you're not the one broadcasting, you don't need a lot of speed. So say you joined either Rochelle or myself or Courtney on a live, our internet would have to be the one to support it. Your internet would just have to be enough to connect.
Right. And you can do it on your phone. You can take, if you like make videos and stuff on your phone or whatever, or you use your like data plan or whatever, you can do it with that as well. I'm actually on my phone right now. It's just if you're hosting, you can't be on your phone. Let me open.
Right.
Oops. There we go.
Thank you, Jared, as well for subscribing. I will subscribe back to you guys after the live.
And
I
Jared has a new
appreciate it.
channel as well. He has a new channel. It is slowly growing. So everybody go check out everybody, and everybody helps support everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, please do that.
And Jared, I encourage you to do a VR as well to the positive witch community if you're interested.
Yeah. And I don't have a computer anyways. Oh, yeah, that makes it difficult. Hi, Trish.
I feel like everybody's starting to get on now because everybody is home from work or whatever. I think we just went a little early, but that's okay. I think we've got a lot out of this conversation today. And I could see the community coming together as we're doing this live, which is exactly what we wanted. So this is great.
Yeah.
I mean, I think so.
You guys, anyone that just came in, please go and check out Courtney's hashtag. What is the actual hashtag, honey?
It is hashtag positive witch community.
Positive Witch Community. Yeah, check that out. And, you know, please do a VR if you can. And let's keep this, you know, positive energy going around and supporting each other. And
Did you guys
to find a new place, also a new witch, and try to lift them up a little bit. You're going to get a new phone service soon. Okay, good. It's a lot different than, you know what, Reagan, we were just talking about that. Because he says that the YouTube witch community is a lot different than it was 10 years ago. It's night and day better. Yeah, I have heard that people had left quite a few years ago and then came back a few years ago because he said that the fighting got really, really bad. The gatekeeping got really, really bad. And so they came back and it's a lot better. Although we're still seeing some of it. Hopefully it's not going to reemerge as bad as it did. I don't know.
I don't see as much of it on my YouTube as I do on Facebook, just to be honest.
Yeah.
And not on my Facebook page or my group. I see it in like large other groups. One, I don't allow it. As you've seen, I put 2 videos in there. I don't do the drama. Everybody's allowed their own opinion. If you don't like it, skip by or leave the group. And I know that sounds harsh, but at the end of the day, we're all adults and I shouldn't have to babysit.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Boy, can you tell she's a mom?
I I am a mom.
Exactly. I love it.
Draven said some, but it's moved from the high school vibe that was there. Draven, do you mean like, do you think it was just a lot of aesthetically pleasing witches or old school or more of this is the way it has to be? Can you elaborate just a little bit? Because I don't know what it was like. My page is very old, but I didn't start doing videos until recently.
Same here. Mine, I did one video like in 2013 that was for my jewelry, and then I never came back for quite a few years.
Summer said that she plans to do a VR, and then
Okay.
Lavender River said that it's only her second video, but she wants to try to do a VR.
Oh, that'd
And
be
that's
amazing.
great. Those hashtags can help drive traffic to your channels. Just saying, they do.
I appreciate that, but what I really, really would like to see out of this is, it circulating and being applied. Have you guys ever heard, if you do something nice for somebody and then tell them in return, do something nice for somebody else, it circulates. Therefore, there's always service circulating. That's kind of what I want to see out of this, a rise in positivity in our community to uplift such trying times that have been going on lately. We need it.
Yes, yes. And just like, and I keep on touching on the same thing, but this Witchy Wisdom Wednesdays, because of all of the different perspectives of people that are involved, it helps us grow. So when you do see somebody that maybe doesn't have a voice quite as much on YouTube or another platform, try to help them if you can, because that voice might also be a spiritual lesson for you, right? You might learn major stuff from that person.
Yes, most definitely.
The more perspective that we see.
Draven said, I think it was a lot of this is my way and how it has to be, and people nitpicking what other people saying. That does sound like high school and a lot like the gatekeeping videos we've been doing. Sonia said we should be empowering each other and not shooting each other down. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Jared said that he shared this video to Amino. I'm not sure what that is, but it must be another like big site. And then he said, I can do one on Facebook, but not YouTube. So I have 1,000 followers.
Yes, you can.
You can do a VR. You just can't do a live, right?
No, you can do a live. You can have under 1,000 subscribers and do a live. You cannot have under 1,000 subscribers and just use YouTube on your phone to go live. The reason that was is because people were getting on their phones and they were doing horrible things out in public, even killing people, on live. So they stopped being able to give just anybody. You had to gain at least 1,000 subscribers, which I understand. But there are tools that you can use out there like, gosh, and I'm on my phone right now. So Streamlabs is one of them. You can be under 1,000 and use that on your phone if you want. But if you're trying to go live on your computer or laptop, you absolutely can right through YouTube.
I got you. Okay. So I hope that clarified something for Jared, because I did not know that. And then Draven said, I save the hashtag so that I can keep coming back to it. It's actually a really good hashtag. And that's what inspired me to say, hey, Rochelle and Courtney, let's do a video today. I'm just saying, it was all you, Courtney, and what you said. And I thought this was a perfect moment to seize on that and then really talk about what we can do in the community or even just building a community.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That is my hopes, and I am so happy and inspired that it inspired you guys, because at the end of the day, it's all I wanted,
Yeah. Well, I'm very appreciative. You're a very kind person. Thank you so much. Seriously.
Oh, well, so are you guys. I mean, you've made a big impact in my life, I'm getting sappy. I'm trying not to tear up here. Okay, don't judge me.
Crying in baseball. There's no crying.
it's hard not to feel emotional about it because we don't just work together, we're friends.
Right.
And our friendship started as a working relationship and then it moved quickly into something more than that.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I'm
Yeah.
not usually accepted everywhere, you know, and
Because people are assholes. Sorry, I'm just going to say it. People are assholes. They're too judgmental.
Yeah.
right.
Right on. I've been subscribed to you a long time, Courtney. Yeah. Me too. I mean, I think you had 20 subscribers when I subscribed to you, sweetie. Yeah.
Yeah, you were actually one of the first. And who was that left the comment?
Oh, that was Trish.
Trish, that's right. Hi, Trish. I didn't know it was that, Trish. Hello.
Yep. Yep.
Yes, you guys initially are who I kind of grew in my own YouTube community with, watching, you know.
Mhm.
So I'm really appreciative of what I call the OGs of my little community. And I'm so happy that we have extended on that. I met Jessica through you, and it's been great.
Yeah.
I met the other witches through you guys, you know, and then through Twitch, my little Twitch witch group. I've met so many great witches recently, and I'm just like basking in that glory right now.
It's nice though, isn't it?
Yeah,
It
it is. It's nice knowing that no matter what, you've got your girls that have your back.
Right.
Even with the crap that people think is like cuckoo, crazy. No, really. You guys are like, oh yeah, I can definitely see that. Yeah, but check this out. You know, it's like that's like home to me. Seriously, that's like home, you know?
Yes.
It's that's how friendship should be though. I mean, that's how it should be. Even when your friends are doing something crazy, not dangerous, because then you want to stop it. But just their crazy ideas, you don't say, "Oh, that's stupid." How can I help you? How can I help you do what you want to do? That's the way it should be. If somebody comes to you and says, "Man, I really want to start this company," and everybody thinks it's off the wall, you don't tell them it's off the wall. How can I help you build this? Do you want me to build your social media for you? Do you want me to help you make videos? That's what we should be doing.
Wow. I mean, you are really, first of all, let's just say you are really good at that. Okay. Do you see the amount of stuff that she puts on her social media? You have taught me so much about that. I'm like typing her, "Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. Can you help me, please?" She's like, "Okay, let me show you. Let me show you this. Let me show you that." I'm grateful, right? But if you don't know what you're doing, half the time you can't help somebody. You just got to send them to somebody else.
But I was using that as an example, Rochelle. There's plenty of stuff that you could do to help a friend who wanted to start a business that needs it. Because let's face it, families a lot of times, well, everybody has their doubts. When I'm working on something new, I don't tell everybody because I don't want to hear their mouths. I'm going to wait until I've got it in the process and then tell everybody. That's really what I do. Like when I decided I was going to quit my job and do YouTube, I didn't tell anybody. I just quit my job. And then one day my husband came home and he was like, "Why aren't you working?" I was like, "Oh, I quit my job." And he was like, "What?" But look how that turned out. It's starting to pay off. I mean, I'm just saying. So if I would have felt like if I had been friends with you guys before I did that, I probably would have talked to you about it because I could already hear the confidence boosting stuff that would be coming out of your mouth as opposed to everybody else who was like, "No, you know, you shouldn't do that. Don't quit your job." I mean, I just did it.
That's what I mean. That's so different about this, though, this community. You know, how many times have you had friends for a long time and they really don't even know the extent of the things that you do because of your beliefs are so different? I mean, let's be honest here. Yeah. And then when they find out, then they think of you differently because they just, you know, which I don't understand that. I really don't. I try to wrap my head around that. Somebody finds out that you're a witch, and then all of a sudden, after 20 years or 30 years of knowing that person, then they think differently. Why?
Right.
You've always been the same damn person.
Hmm.
So I just don't understand that. But I mean, you get with people that, you know, when you're talking about something that sounds crazy, like, well, I'm going to be doing this ritual tonight at midnight, naked under the moon. And they're like, yeah. You know?
I've come to you with some pretty elaborate experiences, you know, and not once have you judged me. You're just like, oh, yeah, well, think of this and we'll piece it together like a puzzle and come up with something bigger and greater. And then we're like, we are on to it. We're on to something.
I have to tell you, my daughter is watching Jillian, my 15-year-old. She said, I show her almost everything when she doesn't know how to work it. She's right. And Jillian, just so you know, I've told both Rochelle and Courtney that you had to show me everything on Instagram because I didn't know a damn thing.
Yep. Thank God for our children. Am I right?
Yes.
You guys are friggin' awesome. Yeah.
In my case, it's my fiance. He's the tech guy.
Thank God. Yeah.
Trish says I'm going through that. What? You're a witch kind of crap. I'm really sorry you're going through that. And hey, we're all right here. So if you ever need to chat, you got us on Facebook. You can chat us through the chat.
And when people go, you're a witch, go, I'm a witch. Yeah, bitch, I said it. I'm a witch. And
Somebody said I could do naked in the pool, but I don't have any trees here. So, well, I mean, your neighbors better just close their eyes then.
Yeah.
I do the smart ass.
You know,
Yeah.
The thing is, even we've got a fenced in backyard, okay, privacy fence, 6 foot tall, right? But the problem is they've got a deck that's higher than that. They've got windows that are higher than that. They can see from over there. They've got a deck that's higher than that. So if we went out into our private backyard, our neighbors are close enough, they'd be going, what the hell are they doing over there? You know? Yeah. No.
My reaction's just, I don't care. You want what?
Hi. Right? But the problem is it might end up on friggin', you know.
Oh, yeah, these days, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, if somebody wants to film my white big ass and put it on TV, I don't know who would want to look at that. I'm just saying. Lavender said, had a friend that I tried coming out as a witch to, and she was like, well, duh, we all know. It's so obvious.
I love that.
Draven said,
I'm sorry, I keep on laughing and it's shaking my table.
Yeah.
As I laugh.
Draven said, had a friend. Oh, wait. I found this chat through the Pagan Pathways Facebook. Yeah, Pagan Pathways is mine. Rochelle's is Amethyst Ascension, and Courtney is Erie's Witchcraft. Draven said, Amethyst got this newbie neighbor like from Bewitched. Yeah. And Tanya said it's going to end up on Facebook Live. Well, nobody's going to watch it because nobody wants to see the big white ass. I'm just saying.
No, unless
I wonder what cycle that moon's in.
Right?
Huh?
I said, unless they try to put a spin on crazy witches be tripping in my neighborhood, you know?
I mean,
Story time, guys. I was in the woods back in New York one day doing a ritual in midday, right? And it was funny because a group of people walked by, and I mean, they looked like Karens and boomers, I don't know, and they started pulling their phone out like, oh my God, like, you know, and I just continued, and I'm like, I am waiting for that ceremony to show up somewhere on Witches Caught on Camera in the Woods.
Jared said, sometimes we have to take a risk to see the positive outcomes. That includes pagans in the closet. Take the risk and feel the freedom of being honest with yourself and others. I mean,
Beautiful.
sure. I don't think I've ever really been in the closet. Like, nah. When I first started my path, it was definitely to get under my mom's skin, so everybody had to know. I'm just saying. I was 16.
Yeah, I can't see you ever being in the closet. You're so boisterous of a person. I mean, even if they don't want your opinion, you're going to give it. Just like me. That's how I am, right?
I mean, if they are asking for it, they're surely going to get it. Or if they're just talking about something around me, I cannot help it. If you're having a conversation and we're all sitting there, and we just had this the other day where we're in the pool and I said something that offended somebody, but what they were talking about in my purview, they were completely in the wrong. And if you come to where I'm sitting and you're having a conversation, be prepared to hear my opinion or don't talk about it around me.
There you go.
Sorry. I'm just being honest because that's really how I am. I don't just like I would never just go up to her and say, "Hey, I mean, I can't believe you did that." But if you bring it up, it's open for conversation and debate, right?
I agree completely. I mean, I see that happening on social media. Somebody goes and makes a comment on somebody else's page and or group or whatever, and then expect that they're not gonna hear something in regards to that person's opinion, right? Well,
Yeah.
that's the real world. You're gonna get it.
Yeah. And
Sorry.
the only time I have a problem with it is if people are bashing or name calling.
Yeah.
You can have an opinion and it needs to be respectful, or you can just be blocked.
Yeah.
Agreed.
My daughter said I talk a lot and it's funny to watch. We're going to bring her on a live because she talks just as much.
Tried coming out as a witch too, and she was like, well, duh, we all know it's so obvious. Yeah. I found this chat through the Pagan Pathways Facebook. You know, I think I'm just behind. Yeah.
Honestly, would watch
Honestly,
that
would
show,
watch that
Erie's
show.
Appointment Television. Hi, Cindy.
I was gonna say, to you, Courtney, I think that the interview that we did for you, wasn't that like 8 months ago? Something like that?
Oh gosh, it has to be over a year. Wait,
Has it
no,
been
no,
that
no, no.
long?
I was in Ireland. I just came to Ireland.
No.
No, we did it at your mom's.
So it would have been about 6 months.
I think
7 months.
December-ish of last year. Around that time,
Okay.
we might have done it.
It's probably time we do another one for an update for people.
That'd be amazing because, man, I've been rocked back and forth and torn and harried in my path. So a lot's changed as from when I first started. You know, I too, like Jessica, started Wiccan 14, and it just progressively has changed. I've definitely evolved. And
I think all our views
For
evolve and change. The longer we're on our path and the more and the older and more mature we get, the more we change.
Yeah. I agree. And the more other people come into our lives and, you know, force us, even if not force, but, you know, lovingly guide us to see things from a different perspective, then we grow and we expand. Right?
Definitely.
Cindy, we didn't have a live planned. It just kind of happened. So, Rochelle, Courtney, and myself, we talk on a daily basis, and sometimes we're having conversations, and then we just decide, hey, we're going to go live.
We got to tell people about this.
Yes. Yes. Draven said, I've seen Amethyst around a lot, popping into other chats or being mentioned in passing. Yes, she is very, very good at listening to other people's videos. She's always supporting everybody. She is probably the biggest supporter I know. Yeah. And that's absolutely true about you. You support everybody you come in contact with.
Well, I try, but I will say, in all honesty, in the last month, I have not done as much as I should, just because my energy has just been in other areas, and I've just been kind of like lazy. If I'm being honest, I've just been lazy.
I don't think it's been the last month. I think it's been the last couple of weeks, maybe 2. And there's a lot been going on, and you've been going through a lot, and it's completely understandable. And I don't think you should sell yourself short, because I don't know anybody else who supports as many people as you do. And if you need to take a 2-week break, you're allowed to do that, because your mental health is most important. You can't support anybody if you're not healthy.
You want to know what I have been doing? I have been reading, taking the time to actually be able to go outside in my backyard, enjoy my backyard, and read. And this is what I'm reading right
Shedding light on, what does that say?
now.
Yotisha.
Jyotisha. It's about Vedic astrology, learning about Vedic astrology. And I just
neat.
finished this one a couple of days ago.
Now that one I'm going to be getting soon.
I'm going to be doing a
Yeah.
review of this one. It was so good, very eye-opening. And this one is friggin' awesome too.
Well, I am absolutely just happy to hear that you've taken time for yourself.
Yeah.
You
We
needed
need
it.
Yes, you did.
Bye, Richard.
Bye, Richard. Love you too, Cindy. Thank you. Allison says she loves astrology.
Yes,
So
the
do I.
review is going to be coming soon when I'm not being so lazy.
It's not that you're being lazy. See, there's those
I have
negative
been,
words.
honestly, I've been very
It-
lazy.
But I don't think it's being lazy. I think you're finally taking, listen, you were doing videos 7 days a week. You
know.
were spending every minute you had into making videos, researching, making sure everything was taken care of. And not just with that, but with your family as well. You deserve to take some time for yourself. That's not being lazy, Rochelle. That's being realistic and healthy.
I know. I am like the worst when it comes to that kind of stuff. I tell people to have their boundaries and, self-care, and I am the worst at it, seriously. So, yeah. But I feel like that's being lazy just
But it's not.
because I'm not getting
So-
much accomplished that I'd like to.
Replace that word lazy with relaxing and refreshing and renewing, because we all need that sometimes.
Yeah.
Your energy's been put out in multiple places as everyone is in these times, and you have to take a break to reabsorb and remember that cocoon thing that we've spoken about.
Mhm.
Our energy needs rest.
Yeah.
Summer said renewing, absolutely.
Yeah.
Lavender said, I noticed Amethyst in someone else's comments. She was just so nice and kind and genuine. That's how I found her. And then the rest of you. See, people have found us because of your kindness and generosity and your support.
Oh, but yeah, that's why I say, honestly, as a smaller channel, if you really, really want to get noticed, go out there and comment on people. I know sometimes people feel a little bit funny commenting and stuff like that, and starting that rhetoric. And sometimes there's anxiety about, what if I say the wrong thing or whatever. Don't worry about that kind of stuff. Just say, hey, I really enjoyed it. Just want to, just say, hey, that's it. That's all you got to do. And somebody's going to see that. And then they'll go, oh, this is a new witchy channel that I didn't even know about, because they're not even in the algorithm yet. So that's how you do it. That's how you get yourself seen.
Draven says, Amethyst, a lot of us are great at giving advice, but when it comes to taking the advice we have given for ourselves, not so good.
You're right. Calling me out.
It's because I love you, and I wanted you to take some time off, and look at you. You're so much happier.
I know.
Like I said in the hashtag video, you're always putting your service to others. You're always putting that work in and supporting others.
Yeah.
It's true. You do a lot.
Lavender said you can't pour from an empty cup, and she's absolutely right. And Summer said, I'm trying LOL. My channel is slowly growing, doing VRs, and WW does help me get up a bit too. Yes. And everybody should go check out Summer's channel and Cindy's channel, The Tarot Lady and Astari Sen. I was looking in the mirror as I typed it. I'm the same way. Ha! Draven, that was to you, Rochelle. Bye, Cindy. Have a good night.
We'll take our own advice. We'll try, okay?
Yeah. and you should, because you're such a great person, and we always wanted to see you be that person.
Yeah. I am good. I mean, I am. I'm feeling a lot better, and it feels really, really good to be able to read because that's what I love
can
doing.
tell.
But
Mhm.
when you feel like you've got to be putting videos out all the time or doing this or doing that or making this or making that, this kind of stuff falls by the wayside. And, you know, and that's another way you can support too. If you know somebody in your witchy community or tarot community or whatever that makes decks, that you know, writes books, that makes candles, that,
Yep.
you know, support them if you can, you know.
Right.
And that's another way I do it, when I can. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there was a new comment. I'm wrong. My bad.
Draven just says that I'm researching, which I am. Researching more. And then something else goes, Courtney and I have talked about this. As we are bringing in more and more information all the time, it seems like we forget more and more stuff all the time. Right? Because we've only got so much room. That's our idea, at least. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of went through my book of shadows, like going back to the very beginning. They all are probably full of like the holidays and like spells and stuff. Now it's more so, oh my God, this is a breakthrough. This resonates. I need to write this information down.
Mhm. Yes.
Do you find that you like the lives better than the regular videos? Because I do. I like doing the lives and I like having more than one of us on the live. So do you guys feel the same way?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love talking with you guys. I love talking with you guys. You know,
Yeah.
I'm looking over here because my comments are over here, but
Yeah.
it's really,
Yeah.
you know.
I do too. It's so much more interactive and it's real time responses, or at least the laggy real time responses.
Exactly.
Just, you know, so
Still like
I
15
definitely do
seconds.
like to do it. Yeah.
Me too.
It was a joke because of the lag. I
You
definitely
know,
do.
that's another thing. Sometimes, and I've seen others that are like way worse at it. So I think we're actually doing pretty good, and that's probably because we've done it more often and people are getting their footing. But when they go live, sometimes you're going to see people that interrupt each other, and we're seriously not trying to, but sometimes there's lag in between each one of our connections. So you think someone's done talking and they're not really done talking, or you can't hear them all the way. Because now, after I got a phone call and had to like mess with it, now my volume is really, really low, so I can barely hear you. So
Code words, over and out. No, I'm just kidding.
Gen 4, good buddy.
Draven says, I don't think the lives have as much stress. You don't have to do editing. Most people hate editing. Agreed. I hate editing. And you're right. It's less stressful. This flows better. There's a better flow to it. And I like it that it's more on the fly and that sometimes we're handed questions we weren't prepared for. My daughter says, Mom, why is only one of your hands painted? Well, Jillian, that's a long story and we'll talk about it later.
No. She called you out. Now you got to show. Come on. We were talking about this beforehand.
Shelby said it's more authentic and real. And Lavender said, I'm people, I hate editing. And do you like that? I skated right on.
No, it didn't. Come on, show them.
It's just because I didn't get them both painted. I didn't have time. That's all.
What I find funny is that the left hand path, she's got dark nails, right? And her right hand, there's nothing. But there's no symbolism there. That was just a happy coincidence.
Although I appreciate it. Just saying.
I've lost lately by not being able to watch a lot of lives. This one is playing just fine, though. Well, I'm glad it's playing for you. Sonia, I'm sorry that you are experiencing trouble with your
connection.
And yeah, lots of people have been lately. Raven Morning Glory, hello, how are you? I'm glad you joined us. And Draven said this is a natural dialogue too. And Shelby said more authentic and real. So I think lots of people appreciate the lives more.
Yes.
As well.
Me too. I love just any excuse to be hanging out with you guys. So yeah.
But I mean, it's like tea time with your friends, one across the country and one across the world.
Yeah. So do you guys know what you're doing for, tomorrow is our Witchy Wisdom Wednesdays. We're doing summer solstice. Do any of you guys know what you're doing yet for summer solstice? Any special plans? What about any of you?
I don't know yet.
I will probably do. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. I was just saying, in the forest earlier today, you can tell a lot of pagans do go in there. There's definitely signs, like today I came across the ash of an actual ritual deep in there, and I just collected some of the ash for my personal use. But I might do something in the forest, or can't really have a fire in my area, but I'll figure something out. We'll talk about
How far are you guys from the forest?
Not yeah, like 10-minute walk.
Oh, that's excellent. That forest is gorgeous. You did another video. Was it the fairies?
Yeah, there's an actual platform created Fey realm there that they built for not only children's imagination, but it's kind of truth to the Irish lore. And I can very much feel actual Fey energy that I believed was brought there through thought form and creation, but they do dwell there. So I even collected some dirt from the area and stuff.
So they must be talking about somebody did an 8-hour live.
Wow.
And Draven said it was a live that was done by Alora, something I can't pronounce, and Chase, 2 owls, and Natalie for Witches in the Woods.
Oh.
That is a very long live.
Wow.
Lavender said I was at that one, Draven. On my other account, it was awesome.
8 hours. Holy cow.
There's some I see doing 12 hours, and I've even thought about going live on Twitch, doing certain games and explaining the occult references in those games. So I don't know. Still up for
I could probably do like a long live like that if we were in a group like this, but on my own, I'm just going to say people would probably get bored of watching me. Like, I mean, and then there would be dead air if we were in a group. There would be dead air if one of us had to run to potty. And, are they going to sit there and watch us eat? I'm just saying. So,
if they want.
Amy said that Saturday there is a live Facebook event at Stonehenge, which I did put that on the Amethyst Ascension page. Yes, I want to see that too.
I knew there was this will be the first time that they've filmed Stonehenge live like this and are allowing people to watch it at the same time they're doing it. So it's actually a really great idea, and everybody should be tuned in, I would think.
Yeah.
Shelby said she could do a live of her sleeping. Someone have done a 24-hour lives on YouTube. I'm not staying up all night just so people can peek into my life for 24 hours. Sorry, no.
I'd be the weirdo that probably would and wouldn't care, but I'm just not that patient to hold a phone with me for that long.
But I mean, you got to have one of those things that sit there and that you can so if you got to go in the kitchen to cook, you could take your tripod with you and it could be facing you so you can still talk and do what you're doing. The only time you don't take it is when you go to the bathroom because, I wouldn't mind,
but we wouldn't advise it.
I wouldn't mind trying to set something up to do a long live, but I mean, not this week because I have to drive back to California tomorrow.
Hell, maybe we can come up with like witchy trivias and fun things to do for a lengthy live together.
That would be cool. I mean, it could even be movie trivia from witchy series and TV shows.
Oh, I'd love that.
My daughter said it was a challenge. Draven said the 24-hour live was a lot of interviews. They had people on from around the globe. It was 2 people behind it, and they had schedules. And Lavender said we should do a witchy telethon live. Hey, I'm open for that as long as, like I said, we can have 6 at a time. Just saying. 6 people can be on at one time on this StreamYard that we use.
Witch on Wheels. I've never heard of that.
I didn't see that one, but Shelby said we could do a witchy drinking game.
Never have I
I've
ever.
actually got mead in my refrigerator that my son made. Honey mead. It's got a big
My
old thing
daughter
of it.
said, my daughter said, do games for shout outs or prizes.
Actually, and a witchy never have I ever would be quite fun, even if we're not drinking.
I mean, yes, it would be because I might have a couple glasses of wine, but I'm not getting drunk online either because, I mean,
Well, that would be more entertaining, but
Oh.
I'm not sure I want to look back the next day and be like, oh God.
I tell you, I talked with Jessica, oh geez, like 5 days ago. And yeah, and one of those times she had been letting loose and had a few drinks, and she was just the cutest ever. And she was, yeah.
I wasn't a little Rochelle. I was.
Oh, I know. I was
definitely
just trying to be
16.
nice.
My daughter said I get too happy.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Lavender said people would get a lot of views on the underside of my chin, and Draven said that'd be freaking epic, Eerie. So I don't know what you said that he's referring to. I think the game you were talking about.
Never have,
drinking game.
yeah,
Never have
it's-
I ever witchy.
yeah, it'd be something like never have I ever summoned a demon. And if you did, you would clap. If you didn't, you're the next one to go. It
Can
could
we twitch
be-
your nose instead of clap?
or- yeah, that might be better.
Okay, can you wiggle your nose like Samantha?
Nope.
No.
No. My daughter says I say yes to everything if I have a
Oh, those games in my drinking days got really interesting.
Yeah.
My drinking days are long. You know what though? Who was it that I think it was you, Courtney. I have so many conversations every day with people. I forget who I say it to. Maybe I said it to all of you. Like my kids say, you told me 50 times already, Mom.
My kids say that same thing to me. You already told me this.
Yes. I'm like, shut up and just listen again,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
But talking about shit, now I don't remember. See, that's what happens.
That happens to me too. It's our age. It's showing.
Yeah. What was I talking about before that? Remind me.
You said that you had mentioned something.
Damn it.
To me.
See, I draw myself out. I'll remember in about 30 minutes when our live is over. That's the story of my life.
Well, aren't we going to do another live on Courtney's channel?
I mean, whenever she's ready to. I don't know if she has the equipment to do it.
Oh.
Do you have a computer? You got to have a computer, sweetie.
I have Zoom.
I don't know if you can host
or stream.
Zoom.
Yeah, I don't think I could yet.
Yeah, I don't think you can host.
Yeah, I don't think that I could yet.
I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
That's
I just
okay.
knew earlier we were talking about doing a live.
Well, that's okay. We could go live, and I mean, I can still upload it to my channel.
There you go.
Draven, I'm using StreamYard for this one. But StreamYard, you have to have, like right now, I'm not on my phone, I'm on my laptop. You have to absolutely have some kind of laptop or something to go live on StreamYard.
Yeah. But there is Streamlabs and there is, but I don't think you can like stream with several people. It's just you personally if you're on your cell phone. And then there's another one. Summer knows what it is. Summer's used it. What is it? Pixel something, Summer? You know what I'm talking about. Pixel.
Can I add people on my Twitch without them being Twitch members? Mm. Yeah, I need a computer for that too.
Well, it'll come. It'll come.
In time, when it's necessary.
3 years sober. That's excellent, Lavender. Congratulations, honey.
Wow.
Prism Live. That's what it is. Yes, Prism. I keep thinking Pixel, but it's Prism.
Mm.
And there's
I
like
just-
little stuff you can put in it too, like little hearts and stars you can shoot off while you're doing lives and stuff like that.
That's awesome. I would like to congratulate her on her sobriety as well. Just saying.
Right?
That's
I
excellent.
too am a survivor, 4 years clean and sober.
There you go.
Good job, sweetie.
Congratulations to every person that
In
is got
recovery.
their sobriety.
Mhm.
That-
All right.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think we've pretty much talked about everything we were going to, unless there's another topic you guys want to bring up.
I mean, I think we've talked about everything that we pretty much planned to, and then hundreds of other things.
Yeah.
Isn't that the way it always goes when you're just having a good time conversation and it flows out? Hi, Robin. Robin just jumped on.
Oh, I can't see some of them because they're on Facebook.
They're from
so,
Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wave. It says currently there's 14 people on.
Oh, that's
Smile and
excellent.
wave, boys.
Yeah, it's gone up and down several times. I try not to look at that and just look at the chat and talk to you fine ladies.
Yeah.
Have a good evening, everyone. My peanut is on her way. Well, enjoy that grandbaby because they're the best.
She's a pretty little thing. She
Mhm.
looks just like Summer. She
Mhm.
looks just like her. Little mini me.
Allison said, before you go, I want to say goodbye, loves. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And we really do appreciate all the support and the feedback. Feedback is what makes this so much more fun and engaging because then we get to hear from all of you. It's not just us talking, it's all of us having a conversation.
Right.
Thank you, Amy.
Our supporters is quite important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Makes you feel like what you're doing is making a difference.
It's worth it, right?
Yeah. So thank you guys.
And I want to
Yeah.
thank everybody that does plan to participate in this hashtag. And I appreciate you guys falling in line and spreading that positivity and love.
Right on. You know, I am.
That's a great
I will.
message. It's an absolutely great
Yes.
message. And I think everybody should at least to attempt to do it.
Mhm.
Thank you.
It doesn't have to be 10 people. If there's like one
No,
person that's
no.
made a major impact in your life, then shout that person out if you can. Just lift up somebody else.
There are really no rules to it. I mean, you can see how I did it in my video, but if you don't have 10 people, you can alter that to your choosing, your liking, what resonates with you. The only thing I ask is keep it positive. Try to build others up.
Right on.
Lavender said, really appreciate you guys providing the space for everyone to get together and lift one another up. It's been very inspiring and it's been great getting to know all of you better. I like that for this too. Or I mean, I like this for that too, because then people do get to really see our personalities. Trish
Thank
said,
you for
I'm
joining in,
sober.
Lavender.
Trish said,
All
I'm
of you.
sober from oxycodone.
Congratulations, Trish.
Yeah, that's a hard one. And you know what else I like about this is that I feel like we're so close knit that people are opening up about very personal experiences. I mean, I so appreciate every single one of you here today and every single person that is bearing their soul because that is what we are pretty much doing.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Right on. In a safe environment where it's okay.
Yeah.
Yes. And that you're not being judged.
Not at all. The comeback is better than the setback, guys.
You're right. And on that note, we're going to end this because I really like that. All right, guys, we'll talk soon, witches.
Much
Love you
love.
guys. Bye-bye.